All right, so in this video, I wanted to walk you through how I set up my Hermes agents in the new bot mode. And this is a new feature that the Hermes team just launched officially yesterday, I believe. And it's an answer to Grokbot from XAI that came out with a very easy to use UI that I shared in my previous video. Just a really easy way to set up your AI agent. So Hermes agent obviously is the open source version, and they have released something similar. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set it up. So if you don't know what Hermes is, they are an open source AI agent platform. And if you want to go ahead and download it on your computer, you go to your Google and you type in Hermes North Research, and this is the website that you would find. And right in here, you would just click this download for Windows button. So once you download this, the system will then be on your computer and you would be able to open the North Research Hermes agent. All right, so when you land into the Hermes desktop app and you've installed it, this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see your sessions here, and then you're gonna see bots. So bots is where you wanna go ahead and click to actually create the AI agents. If you already have the Hermes desktop app and you do not see bots, you probably want to go ahead and update to the latest version. And how you do that is you scroll to the bottom here, you click this version button, and it will tell you if you need to update or not. So mine says you're all set. That means I have the latest version. But if you haven't gotten the latest version, you will see a button here that says update. You should just click that. It'll run itself automatically, and then it will restart itself automatically once those updates are in. So I have the latest version, which has obviously the bots. So let's go ahead and create them. So I've already created a few bots here, and let's just go ahead and create a brand new bot from scratch. So what you want to do is you want to press this plus button right here, and then you will see these options. So click new agent. And usually the pop-up that comes up here is just a few different digital emojis you can select. You can also generate some images if you have this, your Hermes agent hooked up to like an image model or ChatGPT. You can upload some pictures, which I will show you because I did that for mine. And then you also have these pet ones that are just fun to create around as like select as your little avatars. But the first thing you want to do is just go ahead and create your first bot. So all you need to do is just give your bot a name. So let's say this is our bot and we're going to name this bot Bob. And Bob is going to be responsible for, let's say they're going to be our bot that is responsible for art. So Bob is like our artist. And let's say that Bob is also somebody that is responsible for managing not only art, but is also our creative mind. So think of him like our creative director. We can write in here creative director in the description. And then we'll just go ahead and click this create agent button. And that's pretty much it. So Bob should be created. If we X out of here, Bob is right here. So the first thing you want to do is once you've created the agent, what's going to happen is Hermes is always going to create this agent using the profile of your main agent. So to give Bob his personality, you want to click back, right click on here and click edit profile. And now is when we can actually go in here and start editing and giving him a little bit more information. So one, maybe you want to change his emoji. I want to upload an image. So let's say I have an image in here that I downloaded or created, and maybe this is how Bob looks like. I'm going to use this image I used with Gemini. Let's say that's Bob's image. The next thing is we want to go ahead and click advanced, and we want to scroll down to where it says sol.md. So the sol.md file here, you want to copy all that and then just backspace and delete it. What was in there basically was the personality of your main agent. So if you're creating a new agent who's going to be like your creative artistic director, you obviously want to create a new personality. So sol.md is basically like the personality of the agent. So we can type something in here, and you don't have to be detailed because Hermes will get an understanding of what you're trying to create, and then we'll complete the sol.md file for you So what I typed in the soul.md is Bob is our creative director and in charge of all art, design, and images required for all our team projects. That's just it. Something real simple like that to create a personality. And then we'll just click save. Okay. So now Bob is right here. His emoji has been updated. We can go back in here and also edit the profile one more time if we wanted to, and change to a different character if we wanted to. So I'm going to give him the name Bob Creative Director, and then I'll just type in Creative Director here. So once you fill this out, if you click Advanced again, I'm actually using my Open Router API for all my different bots. And what I like about Open Router is Open Router gives you access to all the different LLMs out there. So you can use the free ones, you can use obviously the paid ones, and ultimately what I like here is the flexibility. So each agent can actually have its own specific brain, if you want to call it that way, or LLM. So being that our creative director is Bob, I can click this drop down. If I have Open Router as my main router that I'm using, or even the one that's built within Hermes that you can pay for, you can actually select what model Bob should be using. So for this particular example, I'm going to go ahead and give Bob Gemini Flash 3.7 that just came out. Google is really good with images, and obviously it's a lot cheaper. So that's why I'm doing that. And then all I need to do is just go back down here and click save. And before I actually click save, you noticed here, I wrote Bob is our creative director and in charge of all the art and design. And now look at the additional information Hermes was able to build in here. So it kind of gave a little bit more on that soul.md file to basically share how Bob should be behaving or interacting with the other agents. So that's why I said it's real simple. You just create one sentence and then the rest of it will be filled out for you. If you want to be more in depth, you can write a whole soul.md file with very specific rules, and it'll customize the agent to the way you want it. So we've created Bob. We've given him his description. We've given him his language model. We're going to use Gemini 3.7 Flash, mainly because it's really good at image, but also because it's on a discount right now with Open Router because it just came out. And we'll click save. So once we click save, Bob is right here. So now the cool thing about the Hermes agent bot configuration is you can do what is known as a group chat. So I'm going to create a new group chat. And I already have a few other agents that I created. So like Laura is my chief of staff. I'm going to add Laura in there. And then I'm going to add Cody, who's responsible for coding. I'm going to add Bob, who's our creative director. And then I'm going to add Drew, who's our researcher. So I'm going to create this little group for ourselves. If I type in the @ symbol, I get all the different bots here that I can leverage. All means everybody, or if I can even just type it, it's going to go to everybody. Or I can just ask Laura, the chief of staff, to actually be the one to run the show, because she's kind of like my manager, and then she can ask all the different bots their different tasks and what they have to do. So the group chat is really cool because you can chat with all your bots, or you can chat with them individually as well. So for the purpose of the demo, we'll go ahead and chat with our chief of staff, who's kind of like our manager, and then ask her to create something for us. So let's say, please ask the team to build us a game called Candy Crush. So I sent Laura a note asking her to ask the team to build us a game called Candy Crush. But we're in this group setting, so all the different agents, you'd be able to actually see how they start interacting. So as you can see, the bots have started talking to each other. So I clicked on Cody here, and then I clicked on the little button here, and it kind of shows me what Cody is doing and what he's thinking about. So Cody's actually building the game. If I go back to Drew, who's our research agent, and I click on him here and to show kind of the messages, this is where it says I researched the match 3 loop and sent concise recommendations to Cody. So basically Drew did the research and said, hey, essentially to play this game, this is what you need to build. It's an 8x8 grid of colored candies. Swap 2 adjacent tiles. So really giving Cody, our coding agent, the overall layout based on the research. So all these bots are just kind of, talking to each other. So Drew did the research, Laura sent the official instructions to the team, and Cody is the one that's coding the game. And we can click here to see what he's doing so far. There he goes. And then Bob, let's see what Bob did. So Bob was like our creative director. And click show reply. So look at that. I have compiled the complete visual art direction brief for Candy Crush style browser, and the game is going to be delivered to Cody, who's going to be our coding agent. So, I mean, isn't that crazy? So we have Bob, who got all the visual styles, the palettes, the board presentations, the UI, the game juice and feedback dynamics, just did all this. Like, this is what the visual should look like for the game. We had Drew, who did the actual research and went online and basically found out the specifics of this game, how this game should look like, 8x8 grid, clear plus score, gravity, tiles falling, special pieces, win, lose moves. And then we have Cody, who's building the game, who's our technical guy. And if we click down here, this is him building, he's testing, he's making sure things are working. Okay, so I just asked here in the group chat to show you how the group chat works if you just type in and not actually select or add one agent specifically. And if you do that, all the agents in the chat will respond. So I asked, is the game done? And Laura wrote, yes, the game is done and locally verified. And then is asking that Cody delivered it at this HTML link. And then Cody also responded, confirming from my side, I just ran the full site live, 37 out of 37 passed. So it says I can push it to the cell in one step. So let me just ask him to push the game to Cloudflare so I can test it. And the reason I said Cloudflare is because my Vercel is not hooked up yet, but we can test the game using Cloudflare and see how the game actually runs. Okay, so it looks like Cody was able to get me my link. And if I click this link here, it'll open. And here's the game. It has actually opened, and I'll bring it over here to the side. And there is our game of Candy Smash that I called it Candy Crush. They created a version called Candy Smash. So let's see if it actually works. There we go. So it actually works. That's really cool. Okay, click this, click that, and they pop. Click that and click that, they pop as well. But yeah, that's it. So pretty cool that the agent was able to do that. So really cool setup here. Again, the idea here is that you're having all these agents working together, and you can chat with them, you can create their personalities, you can build them up, and you can have a whole team in here just doing all kinds of different tasks. And that was a very, just basic one of create this game for me. So to recap, it had my Laura, who is my chief of staff. She sent out a message to the team. And then Drew was kind of like my research guy. He did all the research. Bob was our design guy. He did all the designs. And then Cody was the one responsible for coding and put it all together. He was the kind of technical guy. And then obviously we got a game at the end. So don't want to keep this video too long. Hopefully you guys learned how to set this up. It's some exciting times here with these bots. And it's always great with the Hermes team sending out these consistent updates, because as soon as something drops like Grokbot, within a couple of days, you have a UI here that pretty much matches it and probably even offers more customization. And so, really what I spent here was less than $200. I think that was what was disappointing when I tested Grokbot, is I had to pay $200 before I could even get a game to be fully rendered and tested out. So again, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.